dealing with Cleveland's pressure on the basketball. Cleveland is elite at pressuring the ball, both in terms of mucking up your offense just by being in passing lanes, denying dribble handoffs, and then kind of as a consequence, forcing a ton of turnovers. They're one of the best in the league at forcing turnovers. And the Knicks really struggled with this in the first 3 games. They committed 14, 15, and 20 turnovers in the first 3 games that they played against Cleveland. And then the final game, in which they were much more careful and meticulous with their offense, they only turned it over 7 times. And it's going to be a huge difference in this series. I think Cleveland's guards and wings, understanding that they have 2 7-footers behind them, can be particularly aggressive. And even if they miss on their gamble, they can have the comfort in knowing they have Mobley and Allen behind. And that allows them to be super aggressive. And here are some examples of the don'ts. Simple action here where Brunson's going to come back up off of the screen and then go and screen for RJ Barrett's man. Now, 2 things to note here is, number 1, it's important to screen these perimeter defenders well, because if you don't, they are going to be in the passing lanes, right? And Sims doesn't really hit Mitchell here, which allows him to kind of sneak through. Barrett's not aggressive enough coming to the ball to provide a passing angle, and then Brunson not nearly careful enough in throwing this pass across the plane. Mitchell with those long arms, again, they're going to gamble and look for these steals. You got to screen better, you got to come to the ball as a catcher, and you got to be more careful in terms of distributing the basketball. Here's another example. You see how aggressive on the initial pistol action. Don't allow the handoff. That mucks up the offense. Look how aggressive everybody is here in terms of denying the basketball. Again, Mitchell way out. The only thing they can do is find Jericho Sims. Again, Mitchell again is over the screen so that the handoff can't be made. Look at LeVert on Brunson not allowing the handoff. So everyone's just trying to find something. Garland overplays Grimes. And now they're in a tough spot with Grimes the ball in no man's land. And ultimately, this is going to lead to a really poor possession. So that was 4 or 5 rim denials, leading to one of these RJ attempts that we just talked about. A straight line drive left against rim protection that doesn't work. So what do? How do you counter all that ball pressure, all that denial? How do you find some traction on offense? Well, you utilize this man, Isaiah Hartenstein, and his emergence as a passer and as a hub on offense is going to be very important in this series, because they're not going to pressure him all the way. And guys know, and especially Deuce McBride, who unfortunately won't get time in this series, probably. We'll see. But he has such a good chemistry with Hartenstein. He feels that pressure here because, right, LeVert thinks that Deuce is going to come get this ball on a handoff. So what does McBride do? Backdoors it. That's how you relieve ball pressure, is backdooring that overplay for an and one. Again, Deuce hits Isaiah Hartenstein with all this ball pressure up top. All these handoffs are going to get denied. Look at the overplay by Garland on Deuce. Straight backdoor. Beautifully executed. Eyes indeed. Another example. So here, they run a little pistol set trying to get Brunson the mismatch, but it's denied by an ice look again. A quick outlet to Hartenstein to relieve this pressure that's building in the corner. And Hart with such an intelligent straight cut off. And that's an easy finish for him. One of the great finishers at the rim on this team. Show the muscles, but that's exactly the type of play. The quick hitting, using Hartenstein as a hub. And it doesn't always have to be Hartenstein, but it's an awareness by the guys on the wing of the guys who overplay. Mitchell and Garland are big gamblers and overplayers. So watch what happens here. Brunson has the ball, a lot of attention being paid. Garland with a reach. Grimes reads it. That's the key. Hit that backdoor. Relieve all the pressure here on Brunson. Beautiful drive and kick to Sims for the dunk. Going to be key. If the Knicks could avoid turnovers and avoid those possessions where denials force them into a tough look with 10, 5, 0 seconds on the shot clock. Use your backdoors. Use your center who can pass the ball to relieve some of that pressure. Backdoor all the overhelp. Backdoor on the overplays. Knicks should be able to find some success there as well.